do you know what I did? I phoned the pastor. Yeah. And Tony came and met with me, and I was quite angry at this point, and Tony's great to just sit there. And I said, with his pen and everything ready, because I said it's serious. I said, Tony, I've been a Christian for 5 years, and I'm flapping round. I think I've got fabulous bricks, because I am a reader. I've read the Bible 2 or 3 times. I have read any book that people gave to me, I've read it. I could have done sermons ages ago. But my motive, it was, I was building house on the sand. And so I explained to Tony exactly how I felt. I still had reached that point where I was going to get to heaven and God was going to say to me, I don't know you. And that's how I felt. So I said to Tony, I've got great bricks, no foundation. And he said, Trudy, it's about grace. Blinking at. Do you know, I could have done sermons on grace. I knew all about it, unconditional love, blah, 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 blah. And he just said, well, what do you want me to do? Well, I don't think you know, you're the pastor, you know. And I said, Tony, if I was an alcoholic, I would have a sponsor, wouldn't I? Yeah? Oh, I can do that for you, Trudy. And so he set me up with Gina and Chris for 6 weeks, and I would go to their house and we would talk about this foundation. We were going to get this thing in. Because, you know, I wanted to be free. The truth sets you free, and you know what? Everyone hid it. Because I didn't know what it was. What was the truth? Because I certainly wasn't free. And probably the first 2 or 3 weeks that I met with Gina and Chris, they had to listen to, oh, crap. It was just, I wouldn't stop coming out of me. And then we had to go right back to the beginning. And this is a game where I will take the Israelites right back to what released them, what set them free. Because it wasn't on anything they did, was it? It was the Passover. We all know the story of Moses. For those of you who haven't read it, I know that Disney has done quite a good version. And there had been, God had asked Moses to release his people, and there had been lots of plagues. And the last plague that was going to visit was the angel of death, who was going to take all the firstborn sons. Unless, of course, the family had sacrificed an unblemished, perfect lamb and put the blood over their door. And so, do you know, this illustration really opened up to me exactly what Jesus had done for me. Because if we think about these houses, we're going to go right back in time now, and we are part of the community of the Israelites, and they are, it would have been a word of mouth thing, because I'm just not sure that Moses would have had enough time to personally go and knock on every door and explain to them exactly what was happening. And so they made their sacrifices and painted the lamb. Now we're going to think about 3 houses here. And in the first house, where they've sacrificed their lamb and they've painted the blood over their door, they are, all night, they are singing and praising and worshipping God. They just know they're saved. They know that He has come to free them. And in the second house, there is a family who have also painted the blood of the lamb on their door. But do you know what? They are on their knees. They are scared. They have been sinners. They have not made any atonements or sacrifices for their sins. They're on their knees. They are begging God that their firstborns in that house will be saved. And in the third house, do you know, there is a family that are, but if there was television, they would have been watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or something like that. And they didn't really pay much attention to the message, and it was far too much trouble. And actually it was their neighbour that noticed that they didn't have the blood of the lamb on their door and painted it on for them. And so they are completely oblivious. They have not really given God any thought in any way, shape whatsoever. Now, which of these families did the angel of death pass over? All of them, of course, because it wasn't on their performance, was it? It was on the blood. And you see, on the day that I cried out and I asked Jesus into my life, I didn't have to do anything. Now, I've bought, and you'll be pleased to know that's not really Jesus' blood. It's actually from the Early Learning Centre. And you can purchase it for £3.99. But you know, I need to do this for myself and for you, because, you see, I've been performing. What's going on? I've been performing my whole life. seeking approval, because we all like to be liked, don't we? Want to be loved. But you see, when I asked Jesus into my life, this is what he did to me. Can you see it?
Yeah.
And it's guaranteed. I can't wash it off. It's there forever. And the guarantee comes in lots and lots of ways. And he tells lots of stories, doesn't he? And the sheep story again. You know, even if I wander off, he's going to drop everything he's doing to find me. So I'm just going to, hang on a minute, test this out a little bit. Still there?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm doing nothing. Is it still there?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go and do good work. Still there?
Yeah.
Oh, I just told you that. Is it still there?
Yeah.
Oh, it's still there.
Yes.
You see, do you know, this is the truth. And while people are being so careful with this truth, I missed it. Because people say you've got to be careful with grace, because it's going to give people a license to sin. Well, do you know, I was sinning without a license. Because, do you know, there's nothing. It's a promise, it's a guarantee. Nothing I do is going to remove this.
That's right.
And I can now go into the house and go in any door I like. I can touch any bench I like. And God is pleased with me. He just loves me. And I couldn't do it by myself. Do you know, if there was a loophole in grace, I'd find it. I don't want to, it's not my intention, but I'd find it. Now I can tell you that when I reached this place, I knew that I could do whatever I like. Sorry, Pastor. But, did I want to rush off and sin? No. I wanted to stand here and tell you. I want to go out there and tell everybody else. Because this is not based on my performance. Thank you, Jesus, because I cannot perform. If I'm going to let you down, I'm going to let you down. No pressure. And actually, do you know what? This changed everything. This is the cornerstone. This is the foundation. This is the foundation that you build your house on. These are the roots that will bear good fruit. This is the rock that Jesus said to Peter, I will build my church on. And you know, while as people, Christians, whoever, while we withhold this message, we're withholding good news. We close churches in town and make them nightclubs. The queues get in there, they bite each other to get in there, I've seen it. But you know, I feel sad because I had 5 years of clawing and I didn't need to. Because everybody says but. Do you know, just this week, and I've been really excited to say, do you know, this is my position, now I know where I'm going. But just this week, I shared this story with somebody who said, you know, you want to be careful with that grace. And you know, I'm not going to be careful, because it's only the truth that's going to set you free. The whole truth, nothing but the truth. On this, I will build from this position, from this perspective. And you know, it's been, it's great, isn't it? Yeah. The very next day, I thought, you know, my marriage is fab. Oh, my kid's amazing. I've just finished college. With a distinction, with the Student of the Year award. I'm going off to, God is amazing. But he was already amazing, I'm already amazing. I couldn't be a Christian, I was a Christian. Yeah, how good is that? And you know, there are probably lots of you, and you already knew that poor girl up there, didn't you? No, I didn't know. No, I didn't. And I know that there are lots of other people who also are going to be caught in that middle place. And this is the embarrassing place to talk about. And I'm ready to talk about it, and I'm ready to, you know, God has given me the heart of an evangelist and he wants me to share the truth. Well, I've only just found out what it is.